Last weekend, I saw something on a U.S. weather map that I don't remember ever seeing before. On Saturday evening at the exact same time, a tropical storm warning, a tornado warning, and a blizzard warning were all in effect somewhere in the U.S. Here's the National Weather Service map of watches and warnings at that time. Each color corresponds to a specific hazard. The maroon along the Carolina coasts indicates tropical storm warnings thanks to Tropical Storm Ana. In Kansas, the yellow indicates a tornado watch, while the small areas of red inside the yellow indicate counties that were under tornado warnings. Finally, areas in pink show where blizzard watches were in effect, while the orange shaded counties inside the pink were under blizzard warnings. To think about when this trifecta of warnings can happen, let's look at the average monthly distribution of the three hazards. The months are along the bottom here. Here's tornadoes. The peak is in May, the minimum from December to February. Now here's tropical storms and hurricanes in the Atlantic. They peak in September and are essentially unheard of from January to April. Still, that leaves plenty of times when these two could potentially occur together. The tough part is the blizzard. Here's the average distribution of blizzard warnings through the year. No surprise they peak in January and are non-existent from June to September. But that still leaves times when the three hazards overlap. The best chance is actually in October and November. May is a long shot to have all three going at the same time. Getting blizzard and tornado warnings simultaneously in May requires a specific meteorological setup shown here. A strengthening storm on the high plains with a big dip in the jet stream and a cut-off pool of cold air aloft trailing the surface low. This is ideal for producing tornadic thunderstorms on the warm and moist side of the surface low and strong winds on its northwest side, where, if it's cold enough, and that's a big if, it can snow, even in May. In fact, here's the snowiest Mays on record for a few cities on the western high plains. All have had double-digit amounts in at least one May. So if you have the wind, you can get a blizzard in May in this part of the country, although it's rare. Just as rare in May is to get a landfalling tropical storm, but Tropical Storm Ana bucked the odds last Thursday and made landfall near the North Carolina-South Carolina border on Sunday, prompting tropical storm warnings for coastal counties. With top winds of 45 miles per hour, Ana was the strongest tropical storm on record to make landfall in the U.S. this early in the year. In fact, since 1900, only 8 tropical storms have made landfall in the U.S. in May, so it really is unusual. To close, check out this satellite image showing both the huge storm in the plains that produced the blizzard and the tornadoes and the smaller tropical storm in the east. It really drives home the point that atmospheric storms all grow from the same tree of swirls. They just come in many different sizes. Paul Knight is back next with the extended forecast.